Hey guys, this is Jacques from MakuluLinux, and I'm just doing a little introduction video just to show you around the desktop. I'm sure a lot of people will be quite confused with this, what seems to be a complex desktop. It really isn't. Core is actually very simple to use. So I'm just going to point out a couple of things that you maybe should know going into Core as a first-time user. So when you first boot up, I'm in a live mode at the moment, but if you boot up, you will get a welcome screen, and when you close that, you will get this borders screen where you can basically change your window borders to your liking. So you can select whichever window borders uh, you like to your preference. This highlighted orange color here is the actual theme color. Okay, so that orange will change as soon as you change your theme to green or whatever. These are universal borders. They will change with the theme, the color of the desktop theme. Currently, the desktop theme is set to a creamy orange, so all the borders will look orange. Okay, so don't worry too much about the color. Just set the layout that you like. If you like that layout or that one or that one, the default one is this NU border. Okay, so we select the border, and then at the next screen you select the color, your color scheme. This is basically your theme colors. Okay, so if you change to blue, you'll see the border changes to blue, the border changes to blue, the icon set changes to blue, and so forth. Okay, so you choose your color scheme: blue, orange, sunshine yellow, bloody red, plateau purple, pink, blue, dreamy orange, which is the default. Let's leave it there. Or of course the gravestone gray. Okay, let's just leave it on dreamy orange for now. So you choose your color scheme and you close. Now this is where it ends in live mode. In your full user mode, you'll get asked an additional question: do you want to open web applets? You can say yes or no. My recommendation is to say no, because you can always access them again here from the menu and in the settings panel as well. There are web applets, so you can always turn those on later. Basically, you'll be presented with a screen like this asking, do you want to turn them on, yes or no? I would say no. First, just maybe leave them off. Turn them on at a later date. So once that is done, you're actually done and you're in your desktop. You've installed it, you've gone through the setup, and now you're presented with your desktop. On the desktop, you'll see your clock, which is a conky clock with some information over there. Your desktop icons, you see your bottom dock, side dock, and of course you can access your two menus by dragging your mouse into the corners of the screen. So to access the traditional menu, just move your mouse cursor into the bottom corner and you'll see the traditional menu, your main menu, pop up. If you move your mouse into the bottom left corner, if you want the more radical menu, the ring menu, you can just move your mouse into the top corner and that menu will pop up. So the two menus are triggered via hot corner. Okay, so you can just move your mouse in the bottom corner or the top corner and that will trigger the menu associated with that corner. The left dock houses your shutdown button. There's a little shutdown button over there. If you click that, it will give you the shutdown options. Below that, you'll get your volume controls. Below that, your power, keyboard layout, update manager, network manager. This is your wallpaper selector. And of course, the bottom dock houses your favorites. So you can pull things into the bottom dock. You can remove things from the bottom dock. You can also lock the bottom dock. All the dock settings are in the dock manager if you open up settings panel. So you can reorganize the dock. By default, we've got a Thuner file manager on the bottom dock. It will open your file manager. We've got a terminal window over there. We've got a web browser, Opera web browser. We've got the software center. If you click on that, you'll be presented with multiple options. You've got the Synaptic Package Manager, the Mint Software Center, the GNOME Software Center, and of course update sources. This is very important because if you haven't done an apt-get update, then your sources will be out of date and the software may show out of date packages or no available packages or whatever. So it's always a good idea just to run this before you open any of these three. You've got a weather app, a little weather app. You've got the web applets. You've got a systems monitor, and you've got the settings manager. So these are the default icons in the bottom panel here. But you can open your main menu and you can drag anything else you want from the main menu in there. So whatever you install, whatever you have running there, you want to put in a dock, you just drag it over into the dock. If you want to remove it, you just drag it out of the dock and drop it on the desktop. Understand? So it's quite easy. You can also pin items on the desktop. You can pin this item, you can add to the side pin, or you can drag it onto the desktop. So you can drag that straight onto the desktop. There's already one there, so skip it. Okay. So you can drag and drop it wherever you want from the main menu. It's very easy to use. Like I said, the right dock houses any notifications that might pop up, any open apps not open apps, background system apps. These will pop up on the right dock, so you won't really access the right dock much, except for when you're doing updates or shutting down or setting volume. Your bottom dock is the one that you'll use most of the time, because this is where you open up apps and all your favorites. Okay, so that's pretty easy to navigate around. To change your wallpaper is quite easy. You just right click on the desktop, you choose wallpaper changer, and it will pop up on the top there with a whole bunch of wallpapers, and you can just select any one you want to change and right click close. Okay, so very easy, right click wallpaper changer. That's it. That's how easy it is to change your wallpaper. You can also open the wallpaper changer, which is actually here in the bottom corner. You can open the wallpaper changer, go to preferences, and you'll see here you can download additional wallpapers. You can set effects, colorize them. It also controls the quotes on the desktop, so you can turn that on and off and set the size of the fonts, the position of it. We've set a sort of a general size, but you might have a much bigger screen or a much smaller screen, so you may want to adjust the font size of this quote on the desktop. You might want to make it bigger, smaller, move it around, or you might want it up in the center, not down at the bottom. This you can do all here. If you go to open your variety preferences there, you can go to effects, and then you can change the appearance, how big the font is, transparency, the placement of it, where it comes from, sources, when to change it, every how often. Anyway, so there's a lot of settings here with wallpaper and the quote that you can do down there. Your conky, I would recommend just to keep this conky, but if you really want to, you can change your conky here with desktop clock. You can go in there and change any, or maybe add new conkeys, or change your settings according to whatever you want over there. There's a conky manager installed there. Hot corners, of course, you can set yourself. They're currently set to trigger the menus, but if you want to change that, you can. Web applets, let's quickly cover that. So if I take that out of the way, if I enable web applets, now web applets is just a little top dock that appears once you enable web applets, and these are little applets that sort of pop down. Okay, so they give you web pages, basically shortcuts to web pages like Facebook. So it pops down, you can log in over there, and you can browse Facebook right from that little widget without having to open your browser and go to Facebook. You can just pop it down, log in, and browse to Facebook. I must tell you that when you reboot the page, if you log in now, it will save the login settings, but the moment you reboot the PC, they will be lost. Also, if you disable the dock and re-enable it, your login settings will also be lost. You'll have to re-log in. This is just security precaution. We don't want people complaining that Facebook is being hacked because of our system. So you'll have to log in, and then you can browse and watch videos, everything, whatever, all here from inside this little widget. I also want to point out that if you do choose to make something full screen, it will actually resize this little widget to full screen. If you minimize it, it will contract back into itself. So it's a nice little feature here. So you can check on Messenger, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Skype. You can log into Skype, use your Skype straight from the widget. Search Google, Gmail, open Maps, as you can see there. Discord, which is the little chat app, and it automatically takes you to the MakuluLinux chat room automatically. You just need to put a username in and continue. And of course, we've left 4 little widgets here, web applets, 4 of them that are blank, unused, that haven't been assigned to a website yet. So you can assign them to 4 favorites of yours. If you prefer, if you like using eBay or something, you can select eBay and just, there we go. And if you want to choose anything else, maybe PayPal or something, or Netflix, you can select Netflix. Once you assign it, just close it and then just open it again. It refreshes. And yeah, maybe we've already got Twitter. Maybe, let's see, Wikipedia. You can assign one to Wikipedia and one maybe to what's it? Let's see. It's POS. Okay, there we go. So now we go back to Wikipedia. There's Wikipedia, and there's it's POS. Oh, there's loading. Oh, okay, it's a little. I'm in Vietnam, so the internet is a little sluggish here. Anyway, so now we've got widgets up there. You can also right click, you can go dock preferences, and you can actually go to applets, and web applets, which is what's in the dock. You can remove them, add new. So I will do another video on that. For now, just know that those are the web applets and that's how they are used. However, do note that they do use RAM. So if you have a low memory system, I would not advise using the web applets. But if you've got a system with like 4 or 8 or 10 or 12 or 16 gigs of RAM, you can go crazy with web applets. They're a nice feature. Also in the settings manager is the theme manager. If you open that, it will literally just bring you back to where you chose your borders. So if you chose something but you want to change it later on and you want to change a color scheme, your color scheme, you can just open the theme manager here again. It's just a shortcut to some sort of pre-chosen layouts and themes. Alternatively, you can open appearance, which will then bring you to the actual color scheme. There's a lot more colors to choose from here, and icon sets as well. It's a lot of colors and things to go crazy with. And of course, your window manager, which will then give you this sort of less colorful version of theme manager. Something else to note here is that we also have driver manager, synaptic package manager. There's a toolbox here, Makulu toolbox. If you open that, that should give you a couple of shortcuts to Makulu wiki, chat room, source location, forums, driver manager, latest news, blah 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 blah, and so forth. If you scroll up, you see here's the gesture recognition system. Now, this is something else I want to point out. I will actually do a video on it, that Makulu uses mouse gestures, or you can use mouse gestures if you want. You don't have to. To use that system, just open up the gesture system here and go look here. You'll see it's strokes. It uses strokes. Basically, you enter a command and then a stroke. You assign a stroke to that command. So if you use a stroke, it will open that command. So for example, xfce4-terminal command, which opens the terminal, basically it does that. And we've set it over there, okay? So you can sort of hold down a control button. If you go into preferences here, you see gesture button, we've set to control plus button 1, which is your control and your left mouse, okay? So that's the button. You can change that to a different button or add additional buttons, or just set whatever button you want under the behavior, okay? Currently it's control, hold down control and then drag your mouse with left button, okay? So if you do that action, there, the blue is where it begins, the green is where it ends. So if you do that gesture up and down again, it will open up that terminal. It will actually launch that command. So you can do that gesture, but you've got to do it a little quicker like that. There we go, and that will open up the terminal. Now, remember, I'm left-handed, and so I kind of curve everything to the left. If you want to change it to something else, for example, let's see, leaf pad, I made an L from the top to the bottom. So leaf pad, which is your sort of notepad, if you hold down control and you just draw an L, it will open leaf pad. But let's say that you don't surround your text. You can always re-record the stroke. You can go record stroke. Let's say delete the current one. Yes, delete it. And now you click record again. You hold down control and you do that. There we go. See, it's much more straighter L now. And now if I run and do that, it will open up LeafPad. So you can change these. You can change these strokes to your own liking. You can use the existing ones if you want, or you can change them to your own liking, to whatever you want. We've added quite a lot here. You can virtually manage most of your PC here, backwards, forwards, all the different actions, which is quite nice because once you get into the strokes, it's a very easy way to manage your PC. If you go into advanced here, you can see you can add devices. So you could even add, it's not really been tested much on touch screens, but I'm pretty sure touchscreen would work here as well. If you have a touchscreen monitor, you can add that as well. I'm currently in VMware, so as you can see, it's added the virtual USB mouse. And it also tells you history, what's used most. As you can see there, we've opened that. So those are the strokes that we've used now. Anyway, it's a nice little system. It works like a charm. It runs really well, and it's all configurable from your settings manager here. So there's a gesture system. Other than that, the update manager is over there. If you enter a password, once you click on it, you'll get the update manager, which will show you available updates. We'll first do a get update sources and show available updates. You can simply just click install updates to install them. That's still busy fetching there. Your Opera is a web browser. We do have other browsers available. Latest news is over there. Donations, very important, because there we go. It's very important to know that you can help the project by donating to it. You can either donate via PayPal, or you can go to our Patreon page and become a member. There are some perks to becoming a member. You can also go into live chat and chat with us if you have any issues there. We would appreciate any support. You know, this is a massive project. We are quite a few guys, and we put in all of our time into this. This is a massive undertaking, and we still have to maintain it 24/7, and everything costs money. So we would really appreciate any support you do give us. And I think that's about it for the intro. I will leave all the other little hidden goodies for you to discover. Any questions, you guys can always pop into our chat room and ask us. I will be making a couple of tutorial videos showing off certain aspects of the desktop, how to do this, how to do that. I'll probably send them through the little news feed. I know I haven't written much news, but there hasn't been. We've kind of been keeping everything on the down low. But since this release tomorrow, which when you see this movie may already be tomorrow, we'll be sending regular news updates through, and we'll add those little videos as well into the news feed. So that's it from me. I really hope you guys enjoy Makulu Core. We're releasing the 64-bit first. A couple of weeks later, the 32-bit will follow. This is both Debian-based 32-bit and Debian-based 64-bit. We're also working on a Ubuntu base, which will be based on 1810 LTS or 1804 LTS. I'm not sure. We are working on an Ubuntu-based one, and that's the newest Ubuntu. I think it's 1804 or 1810, the one that's supported for 10 years. Anyway, so that's being worked on. That will probably go live in a month or two. We've been working on that for a couple of months now as well. Or it's been in the works. Anyway, so that's it. We hope you guys enjoy it. This is a very unique desktop, unlike anything else out there. It's very fun, very awesome. You'll have a great time with this. And if you have suggestions or feedback, or want to help the project, or get involved with the project, or support the project, or suggestions, or just want to chat with us, you're welcome to join us in our chat room. If you open up your toolbox, there's a little toolbox icon over here somewhere. You can access it here from the settings menu. There's a little toolbox over there. You can always just pop into the Makulu chat room, or open web applets. Start the web applets over here, and you'll also get the Discord over there. And you can always just pop into the chat room over here. Sorry, my internet is just really bad here. They're all loading now. Anyway, you can just pop over there, pop in over there, and just have a chat with us if you want. We always welcome that. And you'll always find a couple of developers or testers or somebody online to chat with. Anyway, guys, it's been fun. This has been a long time in the making. It's been a very awesome experience making this, and we're so happy to bring it to the world, and we hope you enjoy using it. I will probably chat to you guys again soon. So, cheers.